Hi and welcome to the space. My name's Esme, this is Queer Witch Tarot, and this is your tarot card reading for March 2023, Scorpio. Scorpio, I like to welcome you to this space. Thank you so much for being here with us today. This is your reading. We're going to go straight into the tarot cards. So for Scorpio, please, Spirit, what can Scorpio expect to see this month in March? What is Scorpio already experiencing? What does Scorpio need clarity for? Scorpio, you're the last fixed sign. You're a water sign. What are you experiencing this month? It's the Page of Swords. It's exciting. Some of you are starting to think about new ways of being. You've got like new ideas coming to you. Some of you are looking for a new house or a new job. You're maybe even open to looking for a new partner, which is very exciting. And it doesn't feel like you're coming from a space of lack or need. It feels like it's a genuine desire, which is really good. For some of you that might need that message, that feels clear. And some of you are looking for more community right now. So some of you, this is the Six of Wands. Some of you feel like you're at a loss a little bit and you can't quite seem to find the right thing that you should be doing. For some of you, this is linked to feeling like you don't belong and like you don't have a sense of community or tribe around you. So for those of you that feel that way, what can we do to help? What can you start to do? Maybe look at the reasons why you don't have your tribe around you. For some of you, it might be like you don't feel like you're comfortable to go out into the world to make connections. It seems like a lot of you are working very hard, and that might not be just career. Some of you may be like spending a lot of time working on a relationship or something like that, and then you don't really have the opportunity to have the space in your life to actually find community and find the people you're with. But some of you are just genuinely working too hard as well. You're spending too long in your jobs, too long, wishing that you were doing something else. If that is you, you already know that you're longing for change. You already know that you're longing to look in a new direction. The Page of Swords is when you start to think about a different thing, like you're half committed in what you're currently in, you're half committed to your current reality, and you're ready for a change. So that's a really exciting position to be in, Scorpio. These two cards are interesting, the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords. So there's a lack of, and these are reversed, right? So these are upside down. Reverse can mean that it's a blockage, or it means that it's like an internal thing. I'm sensing in this case it's a blockage. Six is the number of harmony. So we're definitely like not accessing harmony with our spirituality right now. Some of you are feeling blockages there, and some of you have some negative thinking patterns which really need addressing. Yeah, some of you are really thinking about escaping and wanting to go away. And this can be to the extreme of you want to escape reality, you want to not be or here. But also remember that you have a purpose here. Everyone's sent here with a purpose, Scorpio. Okay, so some of you are really looking for like a blank slate. If you look with all of these cards, actually, all of them have a very blank sky. You're very much like almost like longing for a new beginning. Are you ready to tap into that? Are you ready to go further than you've been before? I feel like there's an energy of like being at home, and that you've stayed at home, and you've had a very complacent life. I don't know if that's the right word. You've had a very not an easy existence, but you've chosen an easy path. You've chosen comfortability, Scorpio. And you're now wondering if you're happy with that. Are you content with that? Is there something that needs to change? Is there something you need more of in your life? So let's have a little look. So what is it that Scorpio is needing more of in their life? How do they move forward this month? What else does Scorpio need to see? Some of you really need to tap into or unblock your third eye chakra if you work with chakras. Some of you are like missing opportunities that are coming through. Cool, thank you. So we have it very clear that you are willing to make change. You know that you are not in the happiest place. You know that, well, you might not consciously know this, but you deserve more. You deserve a much happier existence than the one that you're currently living in. And the question is, how do you get there, Scorpio? What changes do you make to get to your emotional fulfillment? So we've got some things to quickly address. You've got the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. So there's definitely like there's almost this duality in some of you where some of you are like naively blind. Like some of you are being blind to a truth which is right in front of you. This feels like a slightly different message than the rest of the reading. But yeah, some of you are really stubborn and you're really like not willing to shift. You're not willing to see these opportunities, and there's like a blaming energy. And some of you feel like you need to go behind people's backs to achieve what you want. And you're not actually getting the results you want fully. It seems like you're going behind people's backs because you need to, or you feel like you can't be honest about this part of yourself. And sure, you can do that, but there is a stronger path. So this is almost like the darker side. We're having the lighter side come in here. So the darker side is like willful ignorance and going behind someone's back to get what it is that you want. But it's almost like those things that you want are only small pleasures. It's not actually hitting the spot of what it is that you want deep down. It's not changing your life. It's almost like addiction. You can get by with it. Yeah, it's like a cheeky, guilty energy. Quite like this being here. But what we want to see is strong, peaceful steps towards emotional vulnerability, connectivity, strength, peace, serenity. These are all aspects of self that you can feel and that you deserve to feel, but some of you feel like you haven't felt that for a long time, so you're going about it in a way which maybe isn't the strongest way to go about it, okay? So here's what you can do instead. This is advice from Spirit. So Queen of Wands, tap into your spirituality, tap back into your strength. The Queen of Wands is abundant. This being knows that they can have what they want. as being is very caring and very nurturing and wants the best for themselves, but also the rest of the world. And they know that by having the best for themselves, they are able to act in kindness to the rest of the world. There's a real acknowledgement within this card of interconnectivity and how every engagement is, and every relationship is, a moment with yourself as well as a moment with the rest of the world. So be aware of how you're showing up in your relationships with other people, and not just other people, but things, substances, food, caffeine, and start to notice where in your body you're being pulled towards certain things. Some of you have a overactive sacral chakra, and some of you are, it becomes overactive because it wants to be worked with in a certain way. You want to make things, but then it's not getting, the things that you really deeply want to make aren't being made, so then it's going into overdrive by filling itself with lots of different things. So just be aware of that. That's not for everyone, that's for someone or a couple of people. The Chariot card. So this is a card of momentum. It's a card of quick change. I don't think this is a bad thing at all. I think some of you need to make a quick change about something or a quick decision about something. You're getting to a point where you're fed up of feeling this way. You're getting fed up of yourself. But you're also willing to see things in a new light, right? The Page of Wands, like the page is the first step towards the Queen. This is a really interesting time that you're in, Scorpio. You're in a moment, and it's what you choose to do with this moment and with every next moment, which is going to be helping you build this wonderful life that you deserve to have. The Devil is a great card, and I'm really glad that this has come out. This is about, don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't be ashamed of all those parts of you which you feel like should be chucked in the bin. They're you for a reason. Your passion, your anger, your strength, all of these things are incredible, okay? You don't need to get rid of them. Learn to accept them. Learn to accept yourself, Scorpio. And you won't have to go behind people's backs. You won't have to go behind or be doing things in shame and in guilt. Yeah, you deserve to really create this world in your full power and in your full strength and in your fullest expression of being. So I asked you to really channel this card. It's a very feminine energy which is like being asked to like come up through. For some of you AFABs, assigned female at birth, or women out there, there might be a call to just check in with if you are showing up in false ways around womanhood. Check in with yourself, make sure you're being in your authenticity as much as possible. If you're not happy with how you are you really being yourself? Okay. Let's see if there's any last messages for you, Scorpio. And then we'll wrap up this reading, okay? So is there anything that Scorpio isn't seeing, or is there any messages that have been missed for Scorpio which would like to come through now? Please come through if you wish to. The Fool. Great card. Let me just see if there's any more. Feels like there's something. Any more for Scorpio? For a Scorpio, for a Scorpio. Okay. Interesting. I'm so glad you're here, Scorpio. Truly, this is a really important reading and a really important time to be looking at yourself. And looking at yourself in a positive way. So first off, we have the Fool. The Fool is the first card of the Major Arcana. The Fool is whimsical, childish, involuntary almost. It's like pure energy. It's also very creative. You're being asked to tap into your creativity. I feel like some of you have maybe like lost touch with creation in some kind of way, whether you writing a book or writing music. I never sing on camera, so yeah, maybe some of you are wanting to write music. Please, 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 please. Please go and do that. And you'll have guidance with that. You know, as soon as you start doing the thing, it's learning to tap into yourself and into your intuition. I was saying about the third eye, there's also throat chakra, which needs some clearing. But yeah, you'll have your intuition. You'll have the Fool's dog. The white dog is the intuition. You'll have that with you. The Emperor. Some of you really need to tap into your strength, your masculine energy. So earlier we were obviously talking about the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is very feminine energy, but maybe some of you need to start acting with more masculinity. And I mean that in terms of making action, creating change, doing. Some of you have been passive for too long and numb for too long and willing to be in depression for too long. No more time. Yeah, you can't keep doing that. And also come back to yourself. The Hermit card. Are you spending enough time by yourself? If you're in a long-term relationship or even a new relationship, check in with yourself. Are you spending enough time by yourself? Are you putting up boundaries when you actually feel like you need space? Make sure you do that. This is how you keep a relationship happy and how you honour yourself and you honour your partner or the person that you're seeing. You honour that person and yourself by saying, hey, I actually need some space right now. It's not rude, it's not ugly, it's not bad to do that. You're allowed to do that. Again, if some of you who are AFAB or women have something around needing to be a mother or perfect partner, being a perfectionist, specifically as a woman or specifically as an AFAB person, start to eliminate that. Go back in, find your beauty, find your talent, find your creativity and work with that, okay? And again, this card just replicates. It's time to come back to self. It's time to like really look at your life. What's working, what's not working? Where do you need a shift? Okay. Scorpio, this has been a great reading. This is the most connected I've felt with you so far on this journey of Queer Witch Tarot. Thank you for showing up in this space. Next month the readings will be a little bit different because I have a lot of work I need to do. Like creating my own tarot deck, like starting my company Blissful Joy. I will keep you guys updated with that, as well as if you're watching this channel you'll be incredibly interested in it. Thank you so much for being here today, wishing you all the best and see you next month.